Hi guys, I'm Steph. Thank you so much for checking out my channel today. So as you can see from the title, we are going to be doing an Empties video. And before I get started, I just kind of want your guys' input because I want to make content that you want to watch. So last year when I did an Empties video, I ended up accumulating everything for the whole year and splitting it up into two different videos because I just had so much. So I split it into skincare and then everything else because skincare is what I use the most out of. And I realized they were just so long and there was just so much products I had to make Empties videos more frequently. So I decided that I would do it seasonally. And as tomorrow is the first day of spring, I thought what better time than to show you guys my winter empties. But even doing it seasonally, I have accumulated a lot of stuff. So I'm starting to kind of wonder if maybe monthly videos would be better. So if you could leave a comment down below letting me know if you would rather see monthly empties or if you like the idea of seasonal empties, I would really appreciate that. Second of all, I have some makeup products in these empties videos. And I know a lot of people kind of accumulate all their makeup for the end of the year and do like how much makeup I used in a year and calculate the amount they used, which I think is really interesting. And I personally love watching those videos. So I'm wondering if I should also keep those makeup empties so I can do a video at the end of the year being like how much makeup I used in a year. So let me know if down below if you'd be interested in seeing that as well. So I've separated it up into categories and I think I'm just gonna start with hair care because that's what's closest to me. I've had this product for I don't even know how many years, but I finally finished it. It is the Tresemme Heat Tamer Spray, which minimizes heat damage. It looks like this. I saw it on sale recently and I thought about repurchasing it, but I currently have another heat protectant and I do not need more than one at a time. And like I said, it took me years to get through. I find it kind of difficult to be like, is it really helping my hair? Is it really protecting it from the heat? I don't find that my hair does get particularly damaged. I have noticed that the ends are getting a bit drier lately, but I have been blow drying my hair a lot more than I used to. So maybe I just need to use more heat protectant, but I really like this stuff. I like using heat protectant. I like knowing that I am putting something on my hair to help protect it from the damage. I blow dry my hair. I straighten it like now and then. I curl it now and then, but mostly blow drying is what I do, and I just love the idea of a heat protectant. And like I said, I was thinking about repurchasing this because I saw it on sale. I think it does a decent job. Next, I have two dry shampoos. First one I'm going to talk about is the Exotic Flare from Superdrug. I tried the Boots one and I was like so impressed by it. I couldn't believe how good it was. So I was like, Superdrug, you got some competition. The Superdrug one is terrible. I hated it. It did absolutely nothing. I felt like I had to use so much of it for it to get like halfway decent. I would definitely not repurchase it. I couldn't because I'm not in the UK, but if I go back to the UK, I actually really want to buy the Boots one and bring it back with me, but I will never buy this Superdrug one again. I would not recommend it. I have another one, which is the volumizing one. So, I mean, I'm still going to try it. I have it, but at least for the Exotic Flare, like, it is so bad. Do not waste your £1 on it. The other one is the Dove Refresh and Care Invigorating Dry Shampoo. And this Dove shampoo was actually the first one I ever used, not this particular bottle, but Dove was the first dry shampoo I ever used, and I really, really loved what it did for my hair. I don't know if I used the Invigorating Dry Shampoo or if I used a different one, but I don't love this as much as I remember, and I have so many dry shampoos in my collection that I want to try that I don't think I would go out and repurchase the Dove one, but it wasn't bad, and I think it is underrated. So kind of moving on to my more like miscellaneous items, I finished up this mouthwash. It's the Listerine Total Care mouthwash. As it was purple. This is actually the first mouthwash I've ever finished, but I did not love it. I found that it actually made my mouth feel like very, very dry, and I hated it. And I talked to my dentist about it, and they said it could be because of alcohol, so they suggested I use ones without alcohol. I have purchased one, haven't used it yet. So I wouldn't recommend this. Like, I bought it in the UK, so I don't know if it's like formulated differently in different countries, but I didn't like it. It made my mouth feel so dry and disgusting. Kind of, next one's kind of random. It is these dry eye tears. So it's just like Life brand eye drops. And I really like these. I was having a lot of trouble with dry eyes recently, and I found this to be so helpful, whether it's just like I was wearing my contacts for really long days, or I just had dry eyes when I woke up, or I don't know, I just like really like this stuff, and I thought it did like such a good job. So if you're in the market for some eye drops, and you live in Canada and you can get Life brand, check these ones out. These were the Dry Eye Tears Moisturize and Soothes. Looks like this. This next one is also a first for me. It is the St. Ives Coconut and Orchid Body Lotion. And it looks like this. This is the first body lotion in my life that I have ever finished. I always get halfway through, quarter of the way through, they expire, I throw them out. I've never actually finished one, and I'm so happy to have finally finished one. And now that I know that it's a step in my routine, I feel like I could go out and buy maybe something a little bit more luxurious, but I wanted to buy something that wasn't too expensive just to see if I could incorporate it into my routine and I would use it, because there are some really expensive moisturizers out there which I'm sure are amazing, but I don't want to spend that kind of money if I'm not going to use it, and I had no indication that I would given my past behavior. But I used up a full one. I am so proud of myself. I didn't like it. I don't think I would repurchase this one specifically. I bought it because it said soft and silky and I liked the idea of that, but I did feel like it was kind of wet. It didn't dry down right away. Like I had to wait a while after my shower putting this on before I could get dressed, which kind of just cuts into your time if you're in a rush. So I didn't like it for that. It was nice, but I don't think it was like anything amazing. And I've been using the First Aid Beauty Repair Cream, I think it's called. Anyways, I've been using that. That dries down really fast. It kind of has like a more medicated scent to it, but it is a amazing moisturizer. Also in winter, I used one bath bomb. This is kind of just the packaging from it. I bought it at Marshall's or Winners or something, and it was a Ginger Lily Farms Botanicals Fizzy Balm in Champagne Mimosa. This was the most disappointing bath bomb of my life. I put it in and like nothing. It kind of like that was it, fizzing, not vibrating. Sounds like a phone vibrating. Anyways, it like fizzed so pathetically. It was just like sad and wasn't what I wanted. So huge disappointment. Would not repurchase from this brand, which was Ginger Lily Farms. Yeah. Next, I finished up 2 hand creams. Given that it's winter, not super surprising that I finished up 2, but this one from the Body Shop, this is their Wild Rose hand cream. I've had this for like over a year. I've been trying so hard to finish it, just like couldn't get myself to commit to it. It is the worst packaging. It's like this metal, and at least for me, like when I get to this point, I started to like roll it like you kind of do with toothpaste. And it ended up, because it's like kind of metally, it actually like broke. Lotion would come out the size. It was very sharp and painful, and like, so just terrible packaging. On top of that, this hand lotion itself was not like super moisturizing. I found that I would use it and within like 5 minutes my hands felt really dry again, and it almost dried out my hands. And I kind of wonder if because it was like so fragranted, I don't know why I think more fragrance things dry your hands. But I do think it, and I definitely would not repurchase. I have a few others from the Body Shop that are like similar packaging, so hopefully those ones are better. They're not the Wild Rose scent, they're a different one. I can't even remember because I haven't opened them yet because I have other hand creams to get through first. Kind of a hand cream hoarder, I've come to realize. So would not recommend Wild Rose one. Did not like the packaging, did not like the product. The other one I finished up was from Brompton and Langley, and in my last Empties videos, I'm going to link them both down below, but I finished up two of these, I can't quite remember. This one was the Maui scent, and I got like a 5-pack of these for the holidays, so I'm slowly going through them. And I really like bringing them to work because even though it's not super tiny, so you do get a lot of use out of it. It's 100 milliliters versus like maybe the tiny 30 mils one, but it's still like a small enough container that I can bring it to work. I can put it in my backpack, I can put it in like my bag that I bring to work, so it's super convenient and I really like it. I apply it maybe like 15 times a day. I have very dry hands. It was winter in Canada, like everyone was applying hand lotion 15 times a day, and this one did the trick and I really liked it. Moving on to skincare, these are just my cotton pads that I always buy. They're just like fluffs, they're from Dollarama. I will continue to repurchase these because I am not going to pay more than $1.25 for cotton rounds, but I need them, so I'm going to repurchase them. But if I find anything cheaper, I will buy those instead, but I just want cheap cotton rounds and these do the trick. I finished up 2 facial cleansing wipes So this one is from Boots. It is just the Cleansing Wipes Refreshing Cucumber for normal skin. I really like this. I do find it very refreshing. I love it when I'm flying and just something to wipe down your face makes you feel re-energized. I don't think it's like amazing for taking off makeup, but I don't think that's really what they claim to be the purpose of it. I do really like it. I think this was the last one I had though, so that's a little unfortunate, but I do have more facial cleansing wipes, so not too much of a bummer, but they're a great price. I really like them. I do find them refreshing. I feel like my skin does feel cleaner when I use them, so I do really like these. The other ones were from Primark, and they were for oily and blemish prone skin, and they were made with tea tree and witch hazel. They look like this. They came in a 2-pack, so I still have the other package. I think it was for £1. Yeah, twin pack, £1. And I don't know if it's because I had these sitting for a few months before I decided to use them, but I didn't find them to be super wet. So I don't know if it's because I had them or if that's just the nature of them. They were sealed and unopened, so it's kind of disappointing that they were a bit on the dry side. Again, like I tend to use them for taking off makeup, and I don't think that is their intended purpose, and it wasn't great for that, but I do feel like it did clean my skin. I don't know, but I mean, I can't repurchase them. There's no Primarks here, but if there was, I don't know if I might try some of the other ones because I know they have a few different kinds. I don't think I would necessarily go out of my way to repurchase the tea tree ones. These next two items might look familiar from my Anything But Makeup project Use It Up. I will link those videos down below if you're interested. It's just kind of this project I have going on where I try to finish things that I own that aren't makeup. So the first thing is the Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Control Moisturizer with salicylic acid. It looks like this. I don't think the salicylic acid honestly did anything to help control my acne. I didn't notice the difference whether I used this moisturizer or not on how my acne was. And because of that, I wouldn't repurchase it just because it claims to be an acne control moisturizer, and I didn't notice the difference whether I was using this or another moisturizer. But it got the job done, and for something with salicylic acid, which is usually very drying, this was more on the hydrating side because it's a cream moisturizer, whereas sometimes acne prone ones are more gel-like. So it was good in that sense, but nothing special. Wouldn't spend the money on it. The other thing that's from my Anything But Makeup project Use It Up was this Atmosphere Tea Tree Oil Antibacterial Facial Stick. So it was just a bunch of liquid, and then it was dispensed through a rollerball type thing. And again, I didn't like, sometimes I find tea tree oil really works for me, sometimes I find that it doesn't, and I didn't find that this product did really anything for my blemishes, which is a shame because it wasn't too expensive, but it just didn't do anything for me, so wouldn't repurchase. And the reason why I was initially intrigued by that rollerball thing is because of this product here, the Boots Tea Tree Witch Hazel Blemish Stick. This is like, oh, this is the best product ever. Like I dug it. There's no product in there. I dug that out because it is so good. I can't get it here. I love this product. Oh my gosh. And like, if you put this on in the morning and then you put your moisturizer on top, like that, and then you put it on your makeup, it's like your makeup isn't directly touching your blemishes. You have another barrier. I love it. I feel like it really does help my skin. I think I might have one more of these. I'm like saving it because I cannot get it here, but oh, it's so good. If you have a Boots, like, and you have acne, like, just try this product because it is the greatest thing. I think it will always be like an awe product for me. I love it so much. Another product I just finished up, I think I actually have two backups of these, is the Tea Tree Skincare Facial Moisturizer, and this is from Superdrug. And even though it's 30 mils, this is like the full size, it's not a travel. I really love this. I find it is so good, especially because I'm traveling, like, my skin gets all weird. I love having a product that I know works, and this works. I really like it. I find that I do have clear looking skin when I use this. I really enjoy this product. It's great for travel. It just works so well. I highly recommend this. Near the end of my time in London, I had a difficult time finding this product, so I'm not sure if that was just like a weird thing that was going on or if they even still sell this, but like, oh, so good. My next two products might look familiar from my Let's Try First Aid Beauty. I will link that video down below. It's kind of where I just tried First Aid Beauty for the first time. I just kind of share my thoughts on the products I tried and my thoughts on the brand in general. That will have more in-depth reviews because I'm just trying to go through everything a bit quicker here, but I finished up the Facial Radiance pads, which help exfoliate, tone, and brighten. And usually stuff in the blue packaging is for dry skin, and I found these almost kind of drying, so I can't imagine if you had dry skin using these. And it's 60 pads and they're quite expensive, so I cut them in half so that I had 120 pads basically. It lasted me quite some time, but I would not repurchase. I don't think it was just what my skin needed. But I'm not saying it's a bad product, it just wasn't for my skin. Next is the Ultra Pear Face Moisturizer. Looks like this. Terrible. I don't understand how this is supposed to be for dry skin. I don't know how this is supposed to be a moisturizer. Like, I found it drying. It did nothing. I would put it on 5 minutes later. I was like, did I put on moisturizer? This is, I don't understand how this is a moisturizer. I really don't like it. And next is the Eye Duty Triple Remedy AM Gel Cream. And I really liked it. At first I was a little concerned because it is in a pump. I'd never seen an eye cream in a pump before, and I was like worried, is all the product really going to come out, because there's no way to unscrew it to see if you got all the product, but like 100% there is no product in here. So that was like my biggest concern with this, so not a concern at all. And I find like it did a decent job. Not my number one, probably wouldn't repurchase for me, but wasn't bad. It's so-so. Take it or leave it. I also finished up the Clinique Super Defense Daily Defense Moisturizer SPF 20 for combination to oily skin. And I really liked having a moisturizer that had some SPF in it. As of now, none of my moisturizers have SPF, and I don't have a separate SPF, so that's something, especially coming into spring, summer. I mean, you should be wearing SPF all year. I'm a terrible example. So definitely something I don't think I'm going to necessarily repurchase this one. It took me so long to get through, so you definitely get like bang for your buck. I found it almost kind of heavy, and the thing was, it comes in a jar, and I just don't love jars for face moisturizer. I don't love jars. I know a lot of eye creams come in jars, and that I can kind of get behind, but like this big pot, you're sticking your hand in, there's almost something unhygienic about it. I mean, I'm going in with clean hands and everything, but I don't love that. I just don't love that type of packaging for face creams. But the face cream itself did a great job. I was moisturized, oily. I didn't feel like it made me super oily throughout the day. It's not mattifying by any means, but it didn't add more like grease or oil to my face, even though it did have an SPF in it. So it is a good product, and if you don't mind the jar container, I think it's worth checking out. Okay, last but not least, we have the makeup. Some of it's makeup-ish, some of it's makeup. So I finished up this Anointment Moisturizing Lip Balm in Honey. Looks like this. I'm pretty sure I completely dug out whatever I could. Like, at that point, you can't get any more. I was like sticking my pinky all around. This was a really good lip balm. I really liked it. They are a Canadian brand, Anointment Natural Skincare from New Brunswick. I really like it. It has like really natural ingredients, lots of oils. It felt really nice on the lips, definitely kept them moisturized. I really enjoyed it. Next is the EcoTools sponge, and it might look like it's fine, it's kind of dirty, but the reason why I knew it was over is because, like, I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to tell, but it's getting quite porous and almost like to the point where it's ripping. I've heard some people with the EcoTools sponge almost like disintegrate on them. That didn't happen to me, and I got a lot of use out of this, like, probably used it longer than I should have. I want to say like close to 5 months. I definitely feel like I got my use out of it, but when it starts to get holes like that, I worry about bacteria, so I thought it was time just to say goodbye, but I really liked it. I thought it applied my makeup beautifully. Right now I am using sorry, it's super dirty, I used it just now, the mini one, and I mean, this one's full of water, this one's dry, so this one does get a little bit bigger, but this is the mini one because they come in a duo, and this one is so much harder and stiffer. Like, even this one's wet and this one's dry, and this one almost feels softer. So I don't love the mini one, but they come together, so what can you do? And I thought, I have it, I'm going to use it. And even though it's like the mini, I mean, I use it all over my face. I don't have a big face, so it's fine, but the big one this is where it's at. Worth checking out. Next is another first for me. This is the first nail product I have ever finished in my life. It is completely done. It was the Sally Hansen Nail Hardener. Can barely tell. I really like this. I know some people say you shouldn't use nail hardeners every day because it's just going to make your nails chip, but I actually have very soft nails, and if I don't use a nail hardener, my nails can almost bend. I don't really know what's up with that, but it is what it is. So I like to use a nail hardener usually as a base and then go in with my nail color, and I used up this whole thing. I have another one in backup to use because I haven't opened it yet because I a different one that I wanted to test out, but I really like this product. Highly recommend it. I don't even know if e.l.f. makes this type of packaging. I hope they still make this product. I have another one I just opened that I had bought a while ago, but I just opened it, so it's fine. But this is the e.l.f. mascara primer. I took the stopper out and everything. I love this stuff. It's kind of disgusting, so sorry, but it is supposed to be white, and it is like, but I love it. I find, like, I love using a mascara primer, and some of my mascaras that are more flaky, using a primer really helps to actually keep them onto the lash and adhere, and I find I get a lot less flaking, and it helps your lashes keep a curl, and it just makes them so beautiful, makes your mascara wear better. Like, I totally endorse mascara primers, and I think the e.l.f. mascara primer is a great and affordable option. And last but not least, I think this product is discontinued, unfortunately. It is the Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder in Light. I completely finished that. This is the first product I repressed, which was super exciting that I learned how to do that. And I love this powder. I wish I could repurchase it. I've looked. I think it's discontinued. I wish I had known it was going to be discontinued because I would have bought one, maybe two. I love this powder. It was so beautiful, and I really liked the way it set my foundations. It gave me a bit more coverage. It was perfect, but it's gone, and I'm sad. So that is it, all my empties, and I feel like this was a super long video, so maybe seasonally is not the way to do it. Maybe I should just do it monthly. First month I was like, oh, I don't have enough. I only have like 8 products, but you know what? Maybe 8 products is enough because I don't want to be a super long video, and people would want to watch it all the way through because I doubt there are many people who are still right now. If you are here, like, leave me a comment letting me know you stayed till the end because, like, I super appreciate it. Even if you don't leave a comment, like, I super appreciate that you stayed here. So thank you very much. So let me know if you would rather these be monthly versus seasonally, and what I should do with those makeup products. Should I keep them to the end of the year so I can do one of those big roundup makeup I finished in a year videos? Let me know what you would like to see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.